Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Perfect timing. As soon as I wanted to record this video, someone started cutting the grass with one of these, whatever you called, where you drive around, but I did a sound check and it seems like you can hear me, so let's go. Okay, in last week's video we answered the question, do you lose muscle fasting? And we said that yes, you could, but no, you don't really. You can go back to that video to get the backstory on do you lose muscle fasting. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to prevent muscle loss when fasting, and so not only on the singular fast, like when you use prolonged fasting as a means of cutting fat, what actions can you take to prevent muscle loss? So, well, first of all, let's say it with a do you lose muscle fasting thing. Like the answer is like you could on a singular fast if that's all you look at, because that's what we're going to talk about here. Zoom out and look at the big picture. Like if we're talking about do you lose muscle fasting, like maybe on the singular fast, but think of someone who like manages their training and diet very, very well all the time, does this regularly, week after week, month after month, and then they do a fast of 3 days when they don't eat anything. And then they go back, they break the fast, they refeed, they go back to their routines with the training and good diet. Do you think that they will have lost muscle? Like, again, maybe like a percentage of a percentage, during the actual fast. But in the big picture, did they really lose muscle? No, not really. So this is what you have to do. You have to zoom out, like asking if you lose muscle when fasting is kind of like, do you build muscle lifting weights? It's like, are you talking about lifting weights once? Because no, probably not. But if you make this a system that you do continually, consistently, and add weight to it, yeah, you build muscle. It's the same thing. If you're someone who doesn't train and does a bunch of fasting where they don't eat anything for days and just have a refeed and don't eat, obviously they probably lose muscle at that point. So yeah, that's the little like intro, I guess. So now I am personally cutting weight with prolonged fasting, and I do it slower than I've done in the past, with a like explicit goal of maintaining muscle or even gaining some if I can. But the goal is just to keep my muscle and strength that I got on my bulk earlier this year throughout the whole cut with the fast. So I'm going to talk about what I do. So again, I zoom out and think big picture. Like don't worry about the singular fast, like you don't worry about the singular workout. Worry about how you organize these things over time and what happens then. Another good example would be you don't get fit from going to the gym once, you don't get thin from one fast, you didn't get fat from going to McDonald's once. It's always about the big picture, right? So what I do now, so be less aggressive. That would be the first advice, like the more aggressive you are with cutting in general, but with the fasting, the more likely it is that you can lose muscle, of course, right? So, I've said that I've never on fasting like lost noticeable muscle. Like, again, theoretically, yeah, a muscle fiber might have disappeared. I never lost muscle to the extent that I can see it, but I know that when I did my most like legendary cut 2 years ago now, almost, like that's insane, by the way. I'd like to see someone do something similar to what I did then, but I basically lost like 5 kilos of fat in 9 days, and then I went a little slower and lost a bit more. But I definitely, if not muscle that I could see, I remember definitely losing strength, and especially on presses and the squats, So now this time around, I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose any strength at all. And if I can keep the strength I built on my bulk from 91 kilos to the new body weight, which I estimate to be in 82 to 84 kilo area, it can actually be considered gains, because I've never been that strong at that body weight, right? So what my routine looks like right now, I'm going to go into some specifics. That's not only about my routine, but it's a good way of laying it all out. So I've gone to a upper-lower split that I do twice per week, and I have a 5th day that's kind of an accessory / bro day, just not as heavy and more random, a little pumpy stuff. And the way I schedule this with my fasting, so we start the week, it's Monday, I have an upper day, Tuesday, lower day, Wednesday, rest, where I could, you could squeeze in some abs or cardio, whatever you want there. That's how I do it now. Then we're back Thursday, upper again, Friday, lower. And on the Saturday, we have a kind of just like a bunch of biceps, some core, random exercises like that. Then we have the Sunday when I eat. I eat, but it's a rest day, but it's on the Sunday then I start the fast. And the fast I will be doing for the most part now are 60-hour fast. They end up being like 64-hour fast basically with the schedule I follow. And so when I go on the fast, I always start them on the Sundays now. I have my last meal there when I would have it typically like at 6-7 p.m. you know, yeah, then I fast till Wednesday forenoon, basically morning, but a little later than morning. Then I break it. On that day, I go have an upper body workout. It's like I recommend that when breaking the fast. It's just something. It's just easier to train the upper body when you're depleted after the fast. Like it's something about doing squats when you haven't eaten for 3 days. But yeah, after my first meal on the Wednesday, I leave a couple of hours. I go on a walk so that hopefully I can like utilize some of the food I just broke the fast with for the workouts, because you know, mostly has to do your energy on a certain day has more to do with what you ate the day before, you know. But as I'm hoping that. And this is key when we're talking preventing muscle loss. Here, especially on the first day when I break the fast, I eat more. I actually go above my maintenance calories. Like the last time, I didn't check really yesterday because I broke one of these fasts yesterday. But I ate something like 3,600 calories, I think. And let's say, I don't know exactly, but let's say for the sake of argument that my maintenance calories are 3,000 calories right now. I want to go above, specifically on the first day after a fast, because we're depleting the body now. Depleting the body a lot, and we want to, even if we're with the fast, we're doing some detox and cleaning out some crap too, we get depleted on the stuff that we need too, right? So I want to immediately send a signal to my body that even though, okay, we're away from the food for a few days here, but look, here's an abundance of food. Like I want to work through the body immediately with my workouts and give it a lot of food, lots of energy to recover and to kind of shift gears from a scarcity mode to an abundance mode. And so what I will do on these days, because your metabolism does gradually get lower throughout the fast, because I want to eat more, but I don't want it to spill over and affect the weight loss results, I make sure that I have high activity on that day. Like 20,000 steps would be good, you know. So because you can eat more, really nourish the body, but more activity to not let it spill over into fat gain, right? But so you see that this the way of structuring the training is, you know, I want to go into the training recovered from the training. So that's why I like to leave one day in between in between the last workout and starting the fast, you know. But and then I want to get back to training as soon as possible after the fast and eating a little bit more, even maybe on the second day after breaking the fast, where I will, so what it will look like right now for me is I do the 64-hour fast from Sunday evening till Wednesday morning. I break it, I have my upper body workout, I eat 2 more meals, I eat 3 meals on this day. The next day I train legs on the Thursday, might have a third meal on that day too. I will go a little lower on total food than the day before, but might still on this day give the body a little bit more. Then on the Friday, it's rest day. On the Saturday, I will hit the full body workout. And then if I want to, I'm ready to rest and eat and start a new fast on the Sunday. But I've been even less aggressive now because I want to have a slower tempo. I talked about that in the last video. But also, it's kind of also something that just happened because there's a bunch of events in my life going on. Kind of, I have to put up the fast. Even if I wanted to many times, I couldn't really do it on a weekly basis. So it's been like every second week or something like that. But so I can, after breaking the fast Wednesday, training upper body, lower body on Thursday, resting Friday, full body Saturday. Either I start a fast then on the Sunday, or I rest on the Sunday and I'm back to my split that I would do, you know, disregarding the fast. Upper training on the Monday, Tuesday, lower, rest Wednesday, so on, you know. So it's really on the breaking the fast, those 3 first workouts are the kind of prevent the muscle loss workouts, you know. Just so I hit upper on because it's easier on the break fast day than doing lower next day, 1 day to let it all recover, 1 full body day to kind of stimulate everything again, rest, and either go into a new fast or start a like real training week where I can train more because I'm not fasting at the start of the week. And we have the all complete 5 workouts. And also I eat 3 meals and over maintenance on the break fast day, maybe something similar on the next day, but slightly less, not more at least, you know. Then I go back to 2 meals. I'm eating 2 meals a day from that point, you know. So you see, it's really about how I structure the training and eating and fasting all together to, you know, get what I want from everything, basically. So that's really my system right now. I think that kind of explains it in and of itself. But if we explain some extra days, you could... Oh, okay, no. The actual training, detail about the training, very important, and I almost forgot, is I put here on my little list, I have a be okay with maintaining. Like, what I've done now is my upper body split, like it's a different split than when I was bulking and trying to put on weight, but I do select compound exercise. There are 2 different upper body workouts. My lower body workouts are a little special because I'm navigating around an injury, but it's all based on what my training looked like on the bulk, and I basically just try to maintain the same numbers, because if I can do that consistently, I know I'm not losing muscle. In fact, I might even be gaining muscle because I'm still as strong at a lower body weight, right? So for instance, you know, I at the end of my bulk, I did Larsen presses, 100 kilos, 5x5 post. I could do that. And so I try to hit that. And that will always be, on my break fast workout, that will always be something I do, by the way. I have my chin-ups, that 5 sets of 5, 20 kilos I want to do, but there I'm actually making progress because my body weight is dropping. So now I'm up to 3 sets of 5 with 25 kilos and 20 kilos on the 2 rest. And I've been gradually improving this, you know. And so that's my goal right now. I'm not trying to improve. I'm just trying to hold on to the numbers I have. And I structure it in a way that I prefer, a little lower on the intensity and a little higher volume, because it's just, you can train, you can move when fasting. It's just a little harder to like push it all in, you know, like that. But so the way you look at your training, like let go of progressing. If it happens, let it happen, like I did with the chin-ups, but have a goal of, I'm going to hold on to this, because if you hold on to it, you're not losing muscle, you know. So now I basically laid it out for you by explaining how I do it on my cut here, but to add some little tidbits, you know, that's just generally true. Sleep, always important. It's you know, it's always funny to even say in the context of cutting or putting on muscle, because your sleep is great for everything. There's nothing sleep isn't great for. You know, there was a study, I don't remember the numbers now, I just know the comparison was that they put people on the same diet, same calories, you know, but they forced one group to sleep less, like for 5.5 hours, and the other group for like 8 hours plus. And they ate the exact same thing, but the group that slept less lost more muscle and less fat. So the kind of, what's in, I'm looking for a word like nutrient... what's that word now? I even nutrient partitioning. It's a similar thing, but with the like mass lost partitioning, or the sleep will always make it better. Weight train on the fast I put here. This is something I rarely do on the fasts that are shorter than 3 days, because I don't, just don't, my experience tells me I don't have to, as long as I manage the diet and training well when I'm not fasting. But when you go on a longer fast, I usually at least go once and kind of just hit the full body workout, either like one heavy set for every body part, or a few sets where I go a little lighter on the intensity. Because remember, on the fast, we're not trying to build muscle, we're not trying to break it down, because we get no building blocks to rebuild it. We're just trying to stimulate the body response to different signals that you give it. So you're trying to, what you do when working out fasted, weight training fasted, is trying to just tell your body that, look, we're in a catabolic state right now, but apparently we need these muscles. Please, dear body, don't catabolize them. Catabolize something else if you can. So that's something you could do on a longer fast especially. And then the sauna. I mean, the sauna should be experienced always by everyone. Sauna is great in general. It's great on the fast. Like, everyone who's into saunas, I tell them, like, try fasting. Just one day, 24 hours even, is great. The effects of them stack up and combine so well. Like, the both are anti-inflammatory. Your joints are just so smooth after doing it. But also another overlapping thing is the spike in growth hormone that comes during the fast, that a lot of people speculate. I don't think there's actually like hard proof for this, but that's part of the muscle prevention, increasing growth hormone to hold on to the muscle during the fast. That happens in the sauna too. So if that's true about the fasting with a growth hormone spike, well, then the sauna could even help spike growth hormone more and make you hold on to muscle more. So that's a few little technical details at the end there. So yeah, I think I covered it. Yeah, please let me know in the comments anything unclear, something you want me to elaborate on. Please comment anyway. All likes and comments help support the channel, so I appreciate it a lot. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle. Yeah, I can't really see if there's a good flex there. Self-improvement, all that kind of cool shit. See you later, guys. Peace.